so excited because today I'm here at E3. It's one of the largest gaming conventions in the world in Los Angeles. We're talking about Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, and every new game that you can imagine coming out for 2016. We're gonna walk around. I'm gonna see what games I can get my hands on. Let's check it out. Easy setting. I haven't played in forever. It's about to go down. I'm here with Eric Pope, the product manager for Rock Band 4. I was playing the game. Oh my gosh.
Did you have a good time with it?
I always have a good time. How can you go wrong?
That's great to hear. I'm really glad to hear it.
You're on version 4 now.
We are.
So, what has the evolution been since, the initial game to 4?
I'm actually really glad you used the word evolution. We're using that a lot. We've innovated in a lot of ways with the game, a lot of really meaningful ways, and we do think of it as an evolution for Rock Band and an evolution for music gaming. So our big new feature that we just unveiled for E3 that I hope you get to play, if you didn't, we should go play it, is freestyle guitar solos. So, in the normal game, you would play a guitar. If you're playing the guitar part, you get to a solo, you play all the notes we tell you to play, right? So the new thing is, you get to a guitar solo, you play the notes you want to play. So it's an entire system that we've built from the ground up. We've been working on it for a good 10 years at Harmonix. We make music games. The big missing piece of the puzzle for our games is player expression and creativity. If you're a real guitar player, you don't play the same exact notes every time you play a solo. You play what you want to play. So it's been a goal for the company for a long time, and we finally pulled it off. So basically, you get to the solo section of a guitar and you play the solo you want to play. And there's a lot of depth to it. You can do tons of different licks depending on which button combinations you're pressing, using all 10 buttons on the guitar.
Oh my God.
It's so much fun, and I would love for you to try it out if you get a chance.
You know what? I think we might need to make our way back because I am pretty badass with the whammy bar.
Well, I think of that a lot, actually. The whammy bar was our very first stab at letting you manipulate the music and make it your own thing. And this is like that times a million. Like, you can really, the more you play with the system, you actually learn all these different licks that you can string together that actually sound really, really good.
This is exciting news, Eric.
It's really exciting. So, we didn't want to make a rock band just for the sake of making another rock band. We wanted to wait until we'd actually innovated in a meaningful way. So we still have all the classic rock band gameplay that our fans want and our players want. And we have a lot of these little new features that just make it 100 times better. The freestyle guitar solo is a huge new feature. We also have freestyle vocals. So if you're singing, you could always sing like on that blue melody line and you'll do great. But previously, if you sort of sang your own melody, you wouldn't get scored for it.
Right.
Now, if you're a really good singer, we will reward you. If you're staying in the right key of the song, you can make the song your own. You go off that melody line, do your own personal melody, you get scored for it.
Watch out, because I'm going to do my own personal Mariah Carey there.
Perfect. So we're honestly very excited. It's for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 only. We wanted it to be for these new, super powerful current gen systems. We're taking advantage of the Twitch streaming that's built into them, because with this freestyle guitar solo feature, we think people want to share that, right? Like, I've created this cool thing, I want to share that with people that are watching, so.
I have to ask you though, what goes into the song selection? Because I was watching that, I was clicking through it.
Yeah.
It is massive every year.
I am very lucky to be part of the team at Harmonix that has chosen the song list for Rock Band 4. You work for a music publication, right? So you know how passionate people are about music. So put a bunch of people very passionate about music in a room, lock the door, tell them, we want you to come out of this with an amazing set list that you all agree on. So it's hilarious, the conversations we have. Like, a lot of arguing, good-natured arguing. Everyone's fighting for their favorite songs. And what you see that comes out of it, we really think of our song list as Harmonix making you a personal mixtape.
Right.
Mixtape's a little bit of an outdated reference for the kids these days.
What's a mixtape?
It's almost like Harmonix making you a personal playlist.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my voice is shot. Playlist. we really do take a lot of care. We want to expose people to songs songs and genres they've never maybe heard, right?
Right.
I think it's actually a really interesting time for music. If you cover music, you know that since the last Rock Band, the landscape has changed a lot.
A lot, for
There
sure.
is not really a ton of rock music at the forefront right now. That doesn't mean it went away. It's still out there. It's just not the main, there's a lot of really popular dance, EDM, so I'm actually really excited about our chance to expose kind of the younger generation to the great rock music that we love. And rock doesn't just mean like classic rock. We're covering metal, we're covering 90s songs, everything in between.
So I saw the metal section. A lot
Yes.
of good metal
Yes.
on this playlist.
Absolutely. I'm personally excited. One of the Rock Band 4 songs that we have announced is Queens of the Stone Age, My God is the Sun. It's so heavy, it's so awesome. Those guys are so good at just these catchy riffs, these heavy riffs. We got Elvis, actually. Elvis Presley, Suspicious Minds. His music's never been in a music game before.
This
So that's
is
pretty
big
exciting.
news.
And we've only announced about 11 songs at this point, so we have a lot more to announce over the summer, and there are some big surprises.
Well, I cannot wait. When does the game actually release to the public?
The game comes out October 6th, again for Xbox One, PS4. You can pre-order now. I would actually suggest pre-ordering now. We're being really smart about our hardware manufacturing this time.
Okay.
Previously, you could find boxes all over every Walmart, Target, and Best Buy. We're going to be really smart about our hardware production. So if you want new hardware, which is amazing, and you want to have it for launch, I highly suggest pre-ordering.
Well, thank you so much. I think I'm going to make my way down to the concourse and go play some Rock Band.
Awesome. I would love for you to show you the new stuff.
Thank you. And this is Carolyn. This is Eric Pope, and you are watching the New Music Buzz.
What's in my pockets? Wallet, phone, and house party. Hello?
Hey, baby, what are you doing?
Gotta call you back. I'm in a meeting. Hit it! Hear a monster sound in a small speaker, because size does matter.
This is Carolyn, and you are watching the New Music Buzz, and I'm here with Marine, the brand director for Just Dance 2016. They just finished this amazing demo outside. I'm so excited about this game.
We are as well. It's been 7 years with the brand Just Dance, and we managed to refresh it every year with great hits. We're so proud of it. Yeah.
So, how many songs are in the 2016 version?
So we're gonna have more than 40 songs at launch.
Wow.
But for the first time this year, we're also bringing a subscription streaming service, which enables you to get additional content all year long and access to more than 150 songs from previous Just Dance.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I'm ever going to leave my gaming console.
Oh yeah, exactly. Because basically it's like an on-demand dance service. So, and our fans are going to be pleased. It's great. We're super happy.
Now, I have to ask, how do you guys come up with the main song selection? I know that you've got Jason Derulo, Meghan Trainor.
Yes. So basically, we follow the Billboard a lot because we want to please our fans with the hottest hits for the moment. And also in Just Dance, you can find some classics which please everybody because, dance is universal and Just Dance has to be accessible to everybody. So it's a good balance of the major hits of the moment and also of classics from, 70s, 80s, 90s, which everybody loves.
So when we're here at E3, has everything been finalized at this point? Or are you guys still just testing things out? Could song selection change?
So the game is still in development, and but I would say that 3/4 of the game has been developed already. But the coming weeks are, we're gonna add again new song until the last minute, so that we have fresher songs, and a lot of other surprises coming along soon.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of choreography that goes into this as well. What is that process like?
So we work with very famous choreographers. The game is developed in Paris mainly, and we have a batch of choreographers we work with, and also a batch of dancers, which we select every year, and they are the best in class dancers in France. Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that Just Dance will help me with my Beyonce booty shake, because I've been working on that for years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. And you know, it's also a great workout, Just Dance, and we are happy to bring the Just Sweat mode again, so that you can select a playlist to work out a bit and be super fit with Just Dance as well.
Oh, I cannot wait. Now, when does Just Dance 2016 release to the public?
So the release date will be October 20th in the US. And also very important this year, for the first time, you'll be able to play with your phone. So you can control the game with the phone. Basically, you can browse the catalog. And then once you've selected the song, you dance with your phone in hand. And this is coming on Wii U, PS4 and Xbox One. And basically no need to have additional hardware. You can play with your phone in hand.
You are definitely upping the playing level.
Yeah, we want everybody to be able to dance on console. So that's a great innovation for this year.
And there's a song for everyone.
Exactly, songs for everyone. You know, dance is universal, so we have to be universal with everything we bring. So,
well, every year when I come to E3, I always have to stop at this booth because it is my favorite game. Don't tell anyone.
I won't, but come again, please. You're always welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is Carolyn. This is Marine. We'll see you next time.
Okay, so Dancing All Night is a rhythm game based on the Persona 4 music. There's going to be, the original music from the game is going to be there, plus a bunch of remixed by like famous Japanese pop artists or pop artist composers. And the release date we have is, if you want to show the poster we have over there, we have it slated for fall 2015. This is some of the dance moves we have on the show. And we have a new character. And as you can see, we have the personas showing up. We're not going to explain it yet. You gotta play the game to find out what all the shadows and the personas are going to be for this game. And let's see. Something unique about this game, I suppose, is there's the usual button presses, but there's also a scratch system where you have to get into fever mode, and that's how you get the big points. And also, there's a bonus during certain songs, like another character might show up to dance, and they do a little, like, you know, jig together. Yeah.
How many people can play at one time?
It's just a one-player game.
One-player game. Mm-hmm. And then, how much can you expand the music on there, or?
Excuse me?
Expandable as far as different artists?
It'll be better probably if I can like show you once one of the demos open. I can just show you like what kind of remixes we have. Yeah.
And then when will it be out?
This is going to be out on fall 2015. Yeah. Yeah, you can pre-order it on stores. I'm not quite sure actually which stores are going to specifically have it, but keep checking our website for it and it should show up.
You're not built for this. These boys coming here, they gotta fight for life. People die in the ring. Your daddy died in the ring. I don't know him. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I've been fighting my whole life. It's not a choice for me. Every punch I ever thrown's been on my own. Nobody showed me how to do this. I'm ready.
Sick eyes from the nose pressure. Release zip ties on the protesters. The 6 wives in the fry of a mold weather. Better caviar bar out in Odessa. Dirty needles breaking all the old records. 100 hoes, 1 shovel, and some old treasure. Old Zeke used beef as a gold tester. Figaro's finger waves, closet for the old numbers.
This picture's from the 10th round of the first fight, right? I heard about a third fight between you and Apollo. Behind closed doors. Is that true?
How do you know all this?
I'm his son.
Wear gloves for the reason why I gave time. Scared thugs going crazy in the cage box. Looking at the world through the TV, a day room rapping over beats. So they made electric chairs for us nowadays. Last meals, no abuse, then try and stay on death row like Suge in a late pot. Maybe he could dig a tunnel while they ain't blocked.
A great fighter once said, "It ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward."
This guy here, that's the toughest opponent you're ever going to have to face. I believe that's true in the ring, and I think that's true in life. Just show me something.
Need fast cash? Well, go to cityloan.com or call 877-553-9071 to borrow $3,000 or more using the equity in your paid-off vehicle. The best part? No credit checks. Your car is your credit with City Loan. Over 99% of City Loan customers are in good standing every month. So call 877-553-9071 now. And get this, if you sign up today and you are approved for a loan, you will receive a $25 gift card from Target. Be sure to mention promo code TVAD to receive your gift card. Also, don't forget to like City Loan on Facebook at City Loan Community and follow us on Twitter at City Loan. Now back to the New Music Buzz.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited. I didn't get to be an X-Wing fighter. I'm a nerd. It's either that I'm going to fly an X-Wing fighter or I'm a knight.
Hey everyone, this is Carolyn, and again, I'm here at E3 2015, and I'm here with actor Cass Anvar. Did I get that right?
You got it perfectly right.
Oh, well, you are people know your voice. here at E3.
Yeah, I guess here they would, yeah.
Would know your voice. Tell me, what video games have you done voiceovers work for?
I've done Halo. I was in Halo 4. I've done Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, and the big one that most people know me from is Assassin's Creed Revelations, where I played Altair.
These are huge games in the industry.
Those are pretty much some of the biggest games in the industry, yeah.
Now, how does one get to be a voice actor in these pivotal, huge games?
Yeah, well, I have to assassinate a whole bunch of people. My competition, that's usually the quickest way. Yeah. Otherwise, if I don't do that, I got to audition just like everybody else, be an actor. Voice acting is a very, very difficult competitive field, and I just came to it last. A lot of people come to it first, but I came to it last. I did film, television, theater, and then the very last thing I ever touched on was voice acting.
A lot of people think it's just an easy thing to get into.
God, no. No, voice acting is kind of like a dangerous cult. It's kind of like being indoctrinated into the Skull and Bones clubs or the Masons, because once you're in, but it is really hard to get in, and they handpick who they want in there, and it's kind of like a very elitist group once you're in, because it's a very tough skill to learn, and they want to work with the same people, and because we can play anything. You know, we're not limited by how we look.
So how does this whole thing work? You know, we understand that when somebody does like an animation, you know, there's a script involved, you know, everybody's working in a booth. How does this exactly work in the video game realm?
Video games are very different than traditional, any kind of traditional storytelling. The scripts we get they're pretty massive, and you get to see all the action, the gameplay that's being suggested during that time, and then you have a little line here, and it doesn't read like a story. In a lot of cases when I was doing my video games, I had no clue what was going on around me in terms of...
There's so many different scenarios that could happen.
Exactly, and you're just one part of it, or unless you're the lead actor who's going through everything, you're just a component to a major story, and you don't get to see the rest of it. And the other thing that's kind of different is you do have to put multiple variations down, because there's so many different variations that can happen. One of the weirdest and most exhausting part of video games that doesn't exist anywhere else is once you've done everything, you get about 15 to 20 pages of grunts, groans, and gasps. So we got to go in there, and he says, okay, I need 5 versions of you being stabbed. And you're like, ugh, ah, oh, okay, now I need you thrown to the ground softly. And you're like, ooh. And you need you.
And you really have to think about how that would actually sound.
Yeah, and you got to make it sound real. Like you've been punched in the gut, so you got to have an impact, and you're being stabbed, so it's like and then it's like you're coming out from underwater, so it's like a pshaw. So
how long does that process actually take?
It takes a full day, and usually you are absolutely sweating and exhausted and hyperventilating by the end of it.
I'm sure that you have to do vocal exercises just like traditional people who are in the music industry.
Yeah, I mean, voice actors typically, they know how to take care of their voices, and we take breaks, and we do our honey and tea and all of those voice warm-ups and all that stuff, just to make sure we keep our little instrument in check.
Well, out of all the characters that you have played, who has been your most favorite?
It's definitely Assassin's Creed, Altair. He's an amazing hero. He's kind of like the Captain Kirk of the Assassin's Creed franchise. He's the first assassin. He kind of set the tone, and he's very different than most of the heroes that you get out there in the video game world. He's an incredibly focused, driven, spiritual individual who is on a mission, and he's willing to do and sacrifice whatever it takes to get his mission done. He's not a typical butt kicker. He's not like a typical ladies' man, and he's made some massive mistakes as a youth, because he was very arrogant and very feeling very invincible, and it cost him big time, and it changed him as a human being. So it's a very, very interesting backstory and a great character to play.
I do have to ask you, could you give me a little soundbite? What was like your favorite line to say in this video game?
Well, Kira, as Altair ibn La'ahad, I say to you, nothing is true, but everything is permitted. Follow the creed.
Follow the creed, everyone.
Follow the creed.
You've got a couple of other projects coming up. Right now, you're working on Olympus.
Got Sci-Fi.
Tell me a little bit about them.
It's awesome. Right now, Olympus on Sci-Fi Channel is airing. I think we're in week 10. Thursday nights at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. on Sci-Fi Channel. That's kind of like it's like a Game of Thrones style action, magic, blood, sword fight,
Sci-fi.
deception and despair and treachery and sex and violence and magic and monsters. So and Greek gods.
And sign me up.
Yeah,
Sign me up for all of that.
And I play Priest Xerxes in that, who actually got the coolest hair. He's got like super long dreadlocks, all blinged up, and I'm like the local spiritual politician. Like he's this guy, you don't want to mess with him, you don't want to get him on your bad side. He will do whatever it takes to get his agenda made. Even if you're his best friend, you're not safe. So it's a very, very cool dark character I get to play.
Then you were also in this upcoming, come on, give me
Here we go. Now we got the big sci-fi reveal, which is called The Expanse. It's they're thinking it's going to be their next Battlestar Galactica. It's kind of like it's kind of like Game of Thrones in space. It's based on these beautiful novels written by James S.A. Corey. They're New York Times best-selling novels. It's a huge epic sci-fi. They call it a space opera. We've got Thomas Jane playing one of our leads, the Punisher. We've got Shore Agdashlu, Oscar-nominated, Emmy Award-winning actress, playing
gorgeous, absolutely
beautiful woman. We've got Stephen Strait playing kind of our captain of the ship guy. There's myself playing the pilot of the ship, and Wes Chatham from Hunger Games, and Dominic Tipper, who are playing basically we are the kind of the leads of the show, and it's basically it's like Firefly meets Battlestar. It's three separate storylines that gradually converge near the end of the first season. There's a murder mystery detective story. Thomas Jane plays like a Columbo style space detective.
You cannot go wrong with Thomas Jane,
He's
really.
awesome. And he's such a great actor. He's a great guy too. And then you've got this whole political espionage thing, kind of like the West Wing in space. And then there's our group. I'm basically the crew of the ship. We're running for our lives from this conspiracy to start a war in our solar system, and everyone thinks we started it, and we're completely innocent, and we're basically trying to figure out who started this war and why, and how to stay alive as we're hopping from ship to ship, and havoc and destruction in our path.
Well, it sounds like 2015 has already been a very busy year for your cast.
Yeah, it's going to be a good December. That comes out in December, and that's going to be a great year.
Do you have any, are you going to be in any more video games, in the near future?
There are two that I've done already. One's called End of Nations, and one's called Command and Conquer, and I actually don't even know if they've come out yet, but they might not be, and there's a couple of other things in the work I can't talk about.
Well, thank you so much for coming and talking with us. Cass Anvar, Carolyn, you're watching the New Music Buzz.
What's up, dude?
So E3 is wrapping up. I've made some new friends. I've got to dance. I got to play a ton of video games. I think I might have found a new date, too. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, double tap us on Instagram, and tweet us at Twitter, all at the New Music Buzz. We'll check you next time. Peace out. Maybe I'll keep my brain.
Product not yet rated.
The New Music Buzz is sponsored by Monster Products DNA Pro, the cutting edge in today's fusion of entertainment, technology, and fashion. City Loan, financial help you can trust. And Oxygen Plus, evaluate with Oxygen Plus. Check out more music news at www.thenewmusicbuzz.com.
Peace out.